699-7267. Email us at
DutchessWineandSpirit@gmail.com.
must be 21 and over to drink.
40 minimum delivery.
Drink responsibly.
That just means I can't complain. She loves me now.
At Universal Document Solution Inc., we are the best in resolving your passport, birth certificate, and driver's license needs. But that's not all we have to offer. Our services also include marriage certificates, late entry of name, late registration, deed poll, preparing immigration forms, notary public services, and other specialized documents designed to meet your needs. UDS is at 4225 Monticello Avenue, Bronx, New York, 10466. Our friendly and courteous staff is ready and waiting. So pick up the phone. Don't delay. Call us at 914-384-4903 or 914-361-9466. Also visit our website at www.udssolution.com or email expow473@gmail.com. Universal Document Solution Inc. No hassle. We do it all for you.
Hungry? Come to Cooler Runnings Restaurant. Located at 1802 Near Avenue, corner of Wickham Avenue in the Bronx, we specialize in the best Jamaican and American cuisine, serving breakfast, lunch, and dinner. We are open 24 hours, 7 days a week. We offer free in-house delivery, minimum $20 purchase, and we also have Uber Eats. We do barbecue Thursdays, fish fry Fridays, and seafood Saturdays. For more information, give us a call for our address and menu, 718-324-7484. Once again, that's 718-324-7484. Cooler Runnings Restaurant, simply the best Jamaican food.
Monday, 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 Monday. I love saying Monday because it's a very special day. It's a day when I get to come here after the hectic weekend to be with you. Hey everybody, good evening to you. Welcome to the Monday Drive. I am your host, producer, and presenter, Lady D. Denise Gomez. Welcome, welcome, welcome. It is Inside the Zone, the community platform where information is guaranteed. The Monday Drive is keeping you in the know in the city you walk, drive, and reside. Thank you for joining me. I'd like to say hello to my sponsors, Cooler Runnings Jamaican Restaurant, 1802 Nereid Avenue in the Bronx, and Universal Document Solution, Inc., also in the Bronx. In this afternoon's edition of The Monday Drive, as always, the Monday Beat, chasing the Monday Blues out of here, coming up in minutes. I'll also be taking you to the segment Voices, the intellectual voice that has everyone talking. A Jamaica ting food sweets, the secrets of the Caribbean cuisine. Keeping you in the know at 6 p.m. with news, happenings, and facts. And community life, real stories of people's experiences, culture, issues, and concerns as we see them. This afternoon's topic: should guests who did not attend a destination wedding be charged if they do not attend? After I have covered all the costs for you, you RSVP'd, and you're a no-show. I mean, nobody came. What is that? 18 minutes after 5 o'clock. Good afternoon, everyone. How was your weekend? I hope you spent it good, nice, royally, exciting, entertaining. Adjectives. Did you do something so I could perhaps add a noun in there? Or a pronoun? It's a good day. Beautiful weather. Saturday we had a great time over at Cooler Runnings. The Cargill Community Project, in association with Cooler Runnings Restaurant, 1802 Nereid Avenue in the Bronx. They had their community initiative. They gave back. Oh my goodness, the prizes were I bought a ticket but came home with nada. Didn't win a thing. So hello everybody. 90 minutes after 5 o'clock. The show is brought to you by, of course, Cooler Runnings and Universal. And I'm broadcasting this afternoon. I apologize for that. Broadcasting this afternoon, of course, on your hub station, Linkage Radio 101.7, 104.5 FM. Inside the Zone YouTube channel, Spice International Gospel Network, that is Sign FM 88.9, Caribbean Vibes Radio Network, www.caribbeanvibesradio.com, and on Unity Gospel Radio out of Sunrise in Florida, unityradiogospelradio.com. Are you ready to get on with the show? So much to do, so little time. The Monday Beat is next. It is the 5th Monday. And what do I call today's feature? 5th Monday swag. There's a swag. I'm swagging at 20 minutes after 5 o'clock. Oh, Lordy, I'm swagging at 20 minutes after 5. So if you're just joining me and it is your first time, take the number down, 914-600-4228, 914-600-4228. Want to say hi to my avid listeners who have already popped into the YouTube channel. So hey. Good afternoon to you. Now let's get the Monday Beat on the way. I did say it's my 5th Monday swag, so swag with me.
I've heard ghosts of my past come back to greet me, big white smiles in their eyes. I go blind looking back, pray they can't see me, pray they'll let me be, 'cause I can't outrun, outsmart, outlive myself, outrun, outsmart myself. have known the way fate will use me. Took my life in her hands. The things she do to me, yet I never complain. I always go through it. The pain's a part of the play. 'Cause I can't outrun, outsmart, outlive myself. Outrun, outsmart my shadow. I wish I'd learned to take heed of all the signs. I wish I could turn back the hands of only time. It's the saddest of truths, seen it with my own brown eyes. If you play with fire, you'll get burned alive. No wrong turns, no regrets, no lessons learned. This is all that we get. See, that's just how it goes. The good and bad, it takes its toll before we get old. I wish I learned to take heed of all the signs. I wish I could turn back the hands of only time. It's the saddest of truths, seen it with my own eyes. If you play with fire, you'll get burned
It is my 5th Monday swag. Hope you're swagging with me on a Monday afternoon. It is the Monday Drive, keeping you in the know. In the city you walk, drive, and reside. Again, I'm sporting my rap. Did you know I'm good at a lot of things? Yeah. Hey, everybody. To my YouTubers, you know I had to make an adjustment. So now you can see me properly. And DL, yes, yes. Rap lady in the house. I changed it because, for obvious reasons, you're just seeing the back there. So I changed it so I can have, give you a better visual. Come on now, Ryan.
of course, DL. Yeah, we all know that. Winter coming. My radio audience, I tell you, the YouTube channel chat. I got 2 men inside there, you see. 29 minutes after 5 o'clock. Yeah, that's my girl. May her soul rest in peace. I got one more to go. I want to say good afternoon to you. You're joining me. You're saying, hi, Lady D. It's my 5th Monday swag. Yeah. It is the Monday beat, chasing the Monday blues out of here.
Somebody told me, boy, everything she wants is everything she sees. I guess I must have loved you, because I said you were the perfect girl for me, baby. And now 6 months older, and everything you want and everything you see is out of reach, not good enough. I don't know what the hell you want from me. Oh,
Linkage Radio. We bring you the best in roots, rock, reggae, R&B, disco, gospel, calypso, and a host of other selections aired right here on your budding and buzzing station. Won't you tell me?
why I work so hard for you.
5:31. Voices coming up next.
Some people work for a living, some people work for fun. Girl, I just work for you. They told me marriage was a give and take. Well, you show me you can take, you got some giving to do. And now you tell me that you're having my baby. I'll tell you that I'm happy
Ladies and gentlemen, 5:34. Coming up next, Voices. At 5:35 p.m. Inside the Zone. The Monday Drive, keeping you in the know in the city you walk, drive, and reside. Call me at 914-600-4228. 914-600-4228.
Keep us together. Girl, it's just a matter of time.
Taking it down, Wham, everything she wants. It's a Swag Monday. It's my fifth Monday. Hey, everybody, good afternoon to you. Our telephone number is 914-600-4228, 914-600-4228. My name is Denise Lady D. Gomez, and I'm here sitting in until 7 p.m., keeping you, cruising with you on a Monday afternoon. So many things are happening in other states across the country and across the world, and here we are, pretty much safe right now. There's so much I want to just say, be thankful for. Welcome to the segment Voices, the intellectual voice that has everyone talking. Listen very keenly. She has a story to tell.
There we are. It's good to see you. That was Summer Love. An exciting moment when you're pregnant. You're looking forward to giving birth to a little bundle of joy. Childbirth has its complications, though, and can even cause death. Recording artist, my friend Danique, is here to share her experience that nobody really knew of. I want to know why now was the right time for you to talk about this, but it's good to see you. How have you been?
I'm good, Sim. I'm so good. I'm grateful. How are you?
COVID? No COVID?
No COVID, but
difficult
pushing
time?
through. Yeah, for everybody. But we have to do what we have to do.
Yeah.
And you kind of have to switch up your mentality and just ride with the times.
Yeah. How have you been able to do that?
Staying focused and I keep re-motivating myself, re-energizing myself, trying to find different ways to just make sense.
Yeah.
Make sense
And at the
of
time when COVID was kind of just becoming a thing here, because we recorded our first case in Jamaica in March of last year, you were going through your own struggles and your own trials.
Yes, ma'am.
Giving birth. So you look here, this article says you almost took your last breath.
I did. It was so crazy. It was crazy. I literally had Dylan, my daughter, 1 week before COVID hit. Like exactly a week. She was born on the 9th. COVID hit the 16th. Everything was good. I didn't labor. I really wanted to try VBAC. And for anybody that doesn't know, VBAC is vaginal birth after C-section. Because I had a C-section with my son.
Is that what they call it?
That's what they call
Right.
it. So I really wanted to know how that felt. So I was praying and hoping that I would go into labor because I've never experienced labor. 36 weeks in, nothing. 37 weeks in, nothing. So at 38 weeks, I was just like, okay, let's just schedule the C-section. They said couldn't take her before 39 weeks, just
Right.
hospital policy.
Right.
No problem. Scheduled it, went in, everything was great. I had a great nurse, just a whole team. I ended up meeting the whole team before the procedure, and it was just fantastic. Went in, everything was good. She came out in record time. They took her out in, I want to say maybe about 10, 15 minutes. And when I saw her, the first thing I said was, why you look like your father? I begged this child to look like me. I begged her. I prayed. I said, please, Jesus,
Who does your son
look
look like?
me.
Oh,
Well, he looks like me now. There she goes.
cute.
Yeah, so my son looks like me now, thankfully, but she's the dead
Give her
stamp
time
of
to
her
bake
dad. Yeah.
outside.
Yeah.
And then you'll so
Maybe.
they're adorable.
Thank you. Thanks, Simone.
So where did things start to go wrong?
Okay, so this is where it started to get crazy. So had the best anesthesiologist. Like, I swear, I praise him everywhere. He says, I think he was either Austrian or German. I just remember him being really tall, like 7 feet tall. And his name was Dennis. But he just, he spoke to me through everything. Like when I was on the table, he's like, okay, I'm going to give you the spinal tap now. Because the spinal tap is the shorter one. It lasts for like 2 hours. and laid me down. And when he's laying me down, he's like, okay, you know what's gonna happen now, right? We're gonna take her out. Took her out, came out. After I made that comment, everybody started laughing. The nurse, I got to the skin to skin with her, got her face on my face, and everything was going great. And then, like, I literally see him, the mood in the room just changed completely within a split second. Like, everything, the energy just went whoo. But I'm there, of course, I can't move. So I'm there on the table and I'm just like, okay, just looking around, you know, trying not to panic and just keeping it cool, keeping it calm. And Dennis came to me and I noticed he was putting an IV in my left hand because the IV was in my right hand. And I'm like, you know, I'm looking at him like, what's going on, dude? And then he gently took my head and he's like, okay, champ, you're losing a lot of blood and we need to put it back. So I was just like, okay, cool, no problem. And sorry.
Yeah, I know.
And within a little bit after that, my doctor, she came around to the side and Sim, she was covered in blood. I mean, from her neck down, covered. And I'm there like, keeping it cool, keeping it calm. I'm like, don't freak out.
That's your blood.
Don't freak out, don't freak out. And she's like, her eyes were so red, Sim, she looked like she wanted to. She looked like she probably was crying. I don't even know. And she said to me, she's like, I am so sorry. But in order to save your life, we have to take your uterus. And I'm there like, oh, okay. Like, what am I going to do at this point? And she goes, I am so, so sorry, but we have to go fast. So she was like, what do you want me to do? Do you want me to call your husband in now or wait until after? And I'm like, no, you can carry me because I'm really now still trying to stay positive, trying to stay, you know, because there's nothing I can do. I am pretty much half paralyzed on a table. You're in control. You got to do what you got to do. And Kareem came in and he tried to crack a joke, but girl, I just stopped.
But you lost 4.8 liters of blood.
Yeah.
The human body has
Pretty
between
much.
4.5 and 5.5
Yeah,
liters.
and
So
then
you were.
I was there. And in another split second, the spinal tap started to wear off.
Oh my God.
And I was just
Danique.
like, yo, you guys need to knock me out right now. You need to knock me out right now, right now, right now. I wasn't feeling any pain, you know, but I could start to hear them and feel them inside me. And of course, Dennis, a champ again, he was like, okay, champ, you're going down. Knocked me right out. I woke up at 4. I remember waking up at 4. So Dylan was born at 12. And I remember waking up and looking at the time, and it was a little bit after 4, like 4:02. And remember, I started out with one doctor, and there were 5 doctors around my bed. Like, they literally had to call in the cavalry.
Reinforcements.
Yeah, and she said to me, she was actually crying, and she's looking at me, and so now I'm revived, and I'm looking much better, and they're like, are you okay? And I'm like, yeah, I'm good. I'm slept, I'm good. And she broke down and she was just like, I've never had to do that, because at that time I was 31, and she was like, I've never had to do that for somebody so young. I'm so sorry. And I'm like, there was nothing you could do.
But you're here.
I'm here,
So
exactly.
They saved your
and that's
life.
what I told her.
And what she's done, or what has happened since that is new purpose for you. 'Cause
Exactly.
It's really shown you, it's made you laser focused on your love,
Yes,
which is
ma'am.
music.
Yes, ma'am.
But now you're focused. You have a song called Champion?
I do.
Is that because of what Dennis
I
called
do.
you?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It
Yeah.
really was, and I remember talking to Zoom, because I'm signed to Good Now, and Zoom is my manager, and I remember talking to him, and I'm like, I want to write a song that is not only motivational to me, but that other people can sing out proud and say, oh, no matter what people say, no matter what trials you go through, you're a champ. You can do this. You can pull yourself back up from anything. Fall 7 times and get up 8.
It's out there. We can YouTube it.
You can YouTube Champion. It's out, and the music video is coming soon, directed by Bling Blang and styled by Bootleg Rockstar. And it's just the whole team is out. I'm in a good place.
Second chance, girl. Second chances do that.
Yeah,
We have
I
to
do.
go. What's on your?
No
tell me
problem.
What's on your?
Noli secunda. It means second to none.
Second chances for somebody who's second to none. What a powerful story. I had no idea you had gone through that.
Yeah.
There are plans for you, girl.
Amen.
You got things
Thank
still
God
left
every
to
day.
do. I'm so happy that you're okay.
Me
It's
too.
good to see you.
Thanks, Simone.
The song is called Champion. Go look it up so you can hear what this lady is up to. Good to have her in our studio today, recording artist Danique. When we come back, it's all about Kiba in your mouth. After the break.
Alrighty, that's Danique. A second chance shared her near-death experience during childbirth. Voices 544. Good afternoon to you. My name is Denise Lady D Gomez. Hello, welcome into the room. Are you celebrating your birthday? Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, somebody. Happy birthday to you. It's your wedding anniversary. Happy anniversary to you. And baby was born somewhere in the world today. We're saying life has come into the world. Ha ha ha. Wonderful. If you're tuning in via CaribbeanVibesRadio.com, welcome. Sign radio.net, welcome. And also Unity Gospel Radio.com. Good afternoon to you. This is your hub station. You know that, right? Linkage Radio, your budding and buzzing station 24/7, 365 days for the year. So no matter who is seated in this driving chair here, ha ha ha, we are here with you right throughout the year. Isn't that fantastic? I mean, you're sitting home and you're listening and you can switch, you can come back, you switch, you come back, or you don't leave, you know? 914-600-4228. That's our telephone number, 914-600-4228. Don't forget to call X Doll Powell, CEO of Universal Document Solution, Inc., 914-361-9466 or 914-384-4903. He can assist you in getting your Jamaican citizenship, your divorce certificate, Jamaican marriage certificates, correction of error, Jamaican birth certificate, passport renewal, your Jamaican driver's license renewal, and your deed poll. Something about the name you don't like. Something about the person who gave you the name you don't like. Something with the name. He can help you to whip that into shape, change it around, and to let you have your name that you believe will speak about who you are, right? Yes, so he does that too. Don't forget to call him. And right now, it's now time for me to take you to some music. Yes, on a Monday, it's my 5th Monday swag. Ha ha ha. Welcome to the swag.
Good production. Oh, yeah.
This is the voice of Danique. You just heard her in an interview in the segment Voices.
Get up, gotta keep your head up. Yeah, yeah. Get up and live, 'cause in this life you're all you have. You're a champion, real number one, yeah. Don't let nobody tell you what you cannot have. You're a champion, real number one, yeah. Them said a road rough, I'm in a rough enough. But too pretty for this, I'm in a tough enough. But who are you for tell me what for do? And where were you when the dirty tough? Now everywhere you go, you hear my name. And every turn you see my face. Where are you? Man, I say no, I'm coming through. So give me way now. Get up and live, 'cause in this life you're all you have. You're a champion, real number one, yeah. Don't let nobody tell you what you cannot have. You're a champion, real number one, yeah. I'm untouchable, unstoppable. I'm flying so high, and nothing that they say can bring me down. Time for realize, everywhere you go, you'll hear my name, and every turn you turn, you'll see my face. Who are you? Man, I say, oh no, I'm coming through, yeah. Get up and live, 'cause in this life you're all you have. You're a champion, real number one, yeah. Don't let nobody tell you what you cannot have. You're a champion, real number one, yeah. Yes, you gotta get up, you just gotta keep your head up. When you feel you wanna give up, all you gotta do is remember that you gotta get up, you just gotta keep your head up. When you feel you one. Real number one. Get up and live, cause in this life you're all you have.
Don't you ever fall.
You're a champion.
You have the strength.
Real number one.
got this.
Yeah. Don't let nobody tell you what you cannot
Don't make
have.
nobody tell you nothing.
You're a champion.
You are.
Real number one. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what it's all about. You're a champion. Believe in yourself. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise. Hello, everyone. Welcome to my friends on the YouTube channel in the chat room. Good afternoon to you. Want to say hi to Pat. I tell you, Pat, no matter where in the world Pat is, I love her. Pat, I appreciate you. You always just pop right up. Once I go live, you're there. And Ryan came on board, and I tell you, Ryan has been with me, so I appreciate you, Ryan. Not to mention the one DL. Also, my good friend from childhood days, Hortense Small, aka Princess. You know, I still call her that. Not gonna stop tomorrow. So, want to say hi to you, and those of you who are stopping by, just saying hi and keeping it moving. We want to say hello to you. Okay, we want to say hi, and of course, our friends on Linkage Radio 104.5, 101.7, soundradio.net. And of course, CaribbeanVibesRadio.com and Unity Gospel Radio. Hello. Taking a quick break. I'll be right back.
At Universal Document Solution Inc., we are the best in resolving your passport, birth certificate, and driver's license needs. But that's not all we have to offer. Our services also include marriage certificates, late entry of name, late registration, deed poll, preparing immigration forms, notary public services, and other specialized documents designed to meet your needs. UDS is at 4225 Monticello Avenue, Bronx, New York, 10466. Our friendly and courteous staff is ready and waiting. So pick up the phone. Don't delay. Call us at 914-384-4903 or 914-361-9466. Also visit our website at www.udssolution.com or email expow473@gmail.com. Universal Document Solution Inc. No hassle. We do it all for you.
When you are hungry, come to Cooler Runnings Restaurant. Located at 1802 Nerid Avenue, corner of Wickham Avenue in the Bronx, we specialize in the best Jamaican and American cuisine, serving breakfast, lunch, and dinner. We are open 24 hours, 7 days a week. We offer free in-house delivery, minimum $20 purchase, and we also have Uber Eats. We do barbecue Thursdays, fish fry Fridays, and seafood Saturdays. For more information, give us a call for our address and menu, 718-324-7484. Once again, that's 718-324-7484. Cooler Runnings Restaurant, simply the best Jamaican food.
Welcome back, everybody. It's now time for a Jamaica Ting Food Sweets.
It's a land of special people, a place where champions grow, a magical vibe, so much more than you will ever know. You can't ignore the music, reggae so profound, and when it comes to the track, you know that Jamaica won't back down. On top of the world, we're more than just an island in the sun. A great nation, Bob Marley say, welcome everyone to Jamaica, sweet Jamaica.
Yeah, sweet Jamaica. Alrighty, let me just keep you right there. Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to a Jamaica Ting Food Sweets. The Caribbean cuisine is a fusion of African Amerindian, European, East Indian, Arab, and Chinese cuisine. The indigenous population of the Caribbean added their own touch as well. When Columbus arrived in 1493, the Spaniards introduced other foods, notably coconut, chickpeas, cilantro, eggplant, onions, and garlic. European colonists, including the Portuguese, Dutch, Danish, British, French, and the Swedes came later to the islands with their culinary trademarks. Some of the foods introduced by them were oranges, limes, mangoes, rice, and coffee. The Caribbean food has a distinct flavor and a rich history. To decode its secrets, one must first give a respectful nod to the presence of its most vital ingredients: rice, plantains, beans, cassava, cilantro or coriander, bell peppers, chickpeas, tomatoes, sweet potatoes, and coconut, among others. This blend creates flavors as vibrant as the colors of the islands themselves. Wouldn't you agree? A peculiar seasoning tradition used in the region is based on green herbs and oil-based marinades called mojo. Ingredients may include garlic, onions, Scotch bonnet, peppers, celery, green onions, and herbs like cilantro, marjoram, rosemary, tarragon, and thyme. Used for many dishes, this mojo is by far one of the greatest secrets of Caribbean cuisine, and it is worth your time. Caribbean cuisine is rarely oily and deep fried. I don't know about that part. Barbecue, roast, or grill are the go-to choices most people prefer. Meat is dry rubbed or wet marinated with mojo or hot spices, as in the example of the jerk food, the signature flavor of Jamaica and one of the Caribbean's most famous dishes. Guess, ta-da, jerk refers to a very spicy, dry, or wet rub applied to chicken or other meats. After absorbing the flavors, the meat is smoked and or grilled to fiery perfection. Variations are many, with influences from Africa to Portugal to Latin America, but Jamaica's jerk cuisine beats them all. As the Caribbean is all about sandy beaches, azure sea, a lively culture, and balmy weather, and traditional cuisine in the countries bathed by the Caribbean Sea include seafood, chicken, and steak. But the seafood is specially highly treasured. Regional seafood, and with so many delicious options to cook, creates only a challenge. Deciding which one you like best. Seafood options are served grilled with butter and garlic, steamed or boiled, and include spiny lobster, a clawless warm water crustacean, also known as the langoust or rock lobster, crayfish, and shrimp. A delicacy is the conch. This sort of sea escargot comes in many different large sea snails that are housed in often beautiful shells, something like a huge calm. The meat makes fabulous fritters, a staple in the Bahamas. I know that for sure. The Cayman Islands and cruise ship ports everywhere in the islands. Conch also appears in salads, soups, and stew peas. That's what they say. Yep. So, got some more for you, but at another time.
It's a land of special people, a place where champions grow, a magical vibe, so much more than you will ever know. You can't ignore the music, reggae so profound, and when it comes to the track, you know that Jamaica won't back down. On top of the world, we're more than just an island in the sun. A great nation, Bob Marley said, welcome everyone to Jamaica, sweet Jamaica. Come experience the culture, we do it like no other. Jamaica, sweet Jamaica.
Keeping you in the know, with news, happenings, and facts. Coming up next, good afternoon to you. Want to say bless up to everybody. You're keeping my company until 7 p.m. and we're here 24 hours, okay? So don't forget. Just also want to remind you that Cooler Runnings Restaurant, they have their jerk center on the opposite side of the street. Yes, big jerk things going on there. Oh my goodness, Saturday it was off the chain. Jabez came through and Jenna Roots band, they were awesome. The lead singer can sing. It's my second time seeing them. And they were really good, really good. So you missed out. Also, Imani sang. Pete, the drummer, and his band, they did their selection, and it was a good day. And people got their giveaways and food. And we were doing the live broadcast on Future FM, and it was a good day. So looking forward to seeing you next year for the Cargill Community Project in association with Cooler Runnings Restaurant, 1802 Nereid Avenue in the Bronx, and they're sponsors of my show. So I'm really privileged to be a part of the trend that they're setting in our community. Hello, everyone. Welcome. What time is it? 6 p.m. It's now time for keeping you in the know with news, happenings, and facts. Keeping you in the know with news, happenings, and facts, brought to you by Cooler Runnings Jamaican Restaurant, 1802 Nereid Avenue in the Bronx. Give them a call, 718-324-7484. They offer catering service, all items subjected to tax. They deliver with purchase of $20 and up. Good afternoon to you. I must apologize. Chris Welby will not be joining me this afternoon, but I know his heart is here. He has a lot going on, and so we continue to pray for them. His wife lost her mother, her mom passed, and also, Chris is challenged as well with a lot of other things. So we are just asking you to remember his family at this time in prayer. Our first news of the afternoon. The last U.S. military planes have left Afghanistan. Commander of U.S. Central Command, General Frank McKenzie, announced Monday at the Pentagon. The U.S. departure marks the end of a fraught, chaotic, and bloody exit from the United States' longest war. Quote, "I'm here to announce the completion of our withdrawal from Afghanistan and the end of the military mission to evacuate American citizens, third country nationals, and vulnerable Afghans," McKenzie told reporters. The last C-17 lifted off from Hamid Karzai International Airport on August 30th this afternoon at 3:29 p.m. East Coast time, and the last manned aircraft is now clearing the airspace above Afghanistan. The departure marks the first time in nearly 2 decades that the U.S. and its allies have not had troops on the ground in Afghanistan, and after $2 trillion in spending and nearly 2,000 U.S. troops killed in action, the pullout raises questions about the unity of a war that saw the service of parents and their grown children. With no U.S. diplomats remaining in the country, a senior State Department official said that they expected the U.S. Embassy in Kabul to suspend embassy operations upon the end of the military retrograde, but said that doesn't mean that we are suspending any commitments to American citizens in Afghanistan, to at-risk Afghans, to the Afghan people. Nearly 20 years after the U.S. invaded Afghanistan to average the terror attacks of September 11, 2001, and strike at Al Qaeda and the Taliban, which hosted Osama bin Laden, another American administration is leaving the country in the control of Taliban militants who still maintain close ties to Al Qaeda and other terrorist organizations. Even as Biden pulls the U.S. from the country, Afghanistan looks likely to shadow him politically and engage him militarily. On Monday, White House officials said the president is continuing the hunt for terrorists in the country, telling his military commanders to stop at nothing to avenge the deaths of 13 U.S. service members at Kabul airport last week. In Jamaica, thousands of fully vaccinated Jamaicans 60 years and over who applied for the conditional cash transfer for the vaccinated grant will receive payments in a few days. Quote, "We expect 10,000 payments to be made by the first week in September for those who applied up to the middle of August. On average, expect 45 days for validation and processing," Minister of Finance and the Public Service Dr. Nigel Clark told the Jamaica Observer. According to the data from the Finance Ministry, a total of 36,414 seniors, 21,265 women, and 15,149 men applied for the grant, for which applications were open on July 15 to August 17. The parish of Clarendon had the highest number of applicants, with 6,674, followed by Hanover with 6,292. St. Elizabeth had 3,860, Trelawney 2,808, and St. Andrew 2,758. The seniors would have had to have been vaccinated through the Ministry of Health and Wellness to receive their cash under an initiative designed to encourage vaccine uptake. The program was administered digitally using the COVID-19 Allocation of Resources for Employees Care program platform, and payments will be made through commercial banks, remittance agencies, or third-party collection. Asked how much more efficient the issuing of payments to applicants of the conditional cash transfer is when compared to the We Care Compassionate Grant, where some Jamaicans who signed up did not collect the cash, especially from remittance companies, Clark said the applicants can choose other methods to receive payments. Quote, "We had some challenges last year as some applicants entered bank accounts that were not functional, entered bank accounts in the names of relatives, and for some applicants, the name of the bank account did not match the names on the applications," he said. "We have stressed the importance of accuracy in banking information for the vaccine incentive and advised that if in doubt, opt to receive the incentive by remittance company," he added. Said Clark, the vaccine incentive is sent to the individual's bank account for individuals who indicated they wish to receive their incentive there. Collection issues do not arise in this scenario. For those who opt to have their vaccine incentive sent to a remittance company, we give a very long time for incentive to be collected. If after that a long time it is not collected, then the remittance company is obligated to return the funds to the government of Jamaica. For applicants who are physically unable to get to the remittance companies, third-party collection will be accommodated. The third party must have in his or her possession at the time of collection a signed letter of authorization stamped by a Justice of the Peace and a valid government-issued identification of the applicant. And we go to Mandeville, Manchester. Chief Executive Officer at the Mandeville Regional Hospital, Alwyn Miller, says the facility has resorted to placing some patients on mattresses in the outpatient department as the surge in COVID-19 cases continues. Quote, "We provided mattresses for them to lie on. You will see oxygen cylinders in the proximity. That is a holding space prior to them being moved to the isolation ward when the space becomes available, he told the Observer Online a short while ago. That was yesterday. A picture of inside of the hospital has gone viral, which shows the patients on mattresses. Quote, as we did the other day when the tropical storm Grace was passing, we had to move the patients indoors, and we used the outpatient department, which is the department where that picture is depicting there now, to take the patients inside the building out to the inclement weather, he added. He explained that some patients were removed from the accident and emergency department. Quote, we had a situation on Friday evening where we had 21 patients that were between tent and the A&E department. It is not practical for us to keep them in the A&E department and the tent because we recognized that more people are coming in, and when they come in, we have to triage them under the tent, so we have to make the space, said Miller. And more news for you out of Jamaica. A manhunt is now underway in the police's Kingston Eastern Division for the 3 men who escaped from the Port Royal lockup this morning. The police say the men were discovered missing during a check at about 4:45 a.m. According to the police, preliminary investigations indicate they escaped by cutting a hole in the cell door. Members of the public, especially those in communities such as Rockford, Bull Bay, Harborview, Bayhor Park, and Melbrook Heights, are advised to be on the lookout. The escapees are 29-year-old Prince Levy, otherwise called Tall Man, a call center worker of Cedar Valley, Sligoville in St. Catherine, who is charged for murder. Levy is of dark complexion, slim build, and is 6 feet 2 inches tall. He is known to frequent St. Mary and Kensington Court, Kingston 5. Prior to his escape, he was seen dressed in a blue t-shirt and blue shorts. Next is 25-year-old Junior Crary, otherwise called Whopper, a construction worker of Carnarvon Street, Kingston 13, who is charged for wounding with intent with the use of a firearm. He is of fair complexion, slim build, and is about 5 feet 10 inches tall. Crary is known to frequent Cannon Street, Kingston, and parts of St. Anne prior to his escape. He was seen dressed in a white merino and plaid shorts. 44-year-old David Taylor of Pleasant View, 8 miles in Bull Bay, St. Andrew, who is charged for having sex with a person under the age of 16. He is of dark complexion, slim build, and is about 5 feet 8 inches tall. He also has gold teeth. Taylor is known to frequent Dallas Castle and Pepin in St. Andrew. Prior to his escape, he was seen dressed in a white t-shirt with designs on the front and back shorts. Persons who can assist the police to recapture the men should contact the Kingston Eastern Police at 876-928-4200, the police 119 number, or Crime Stop at 311 immediately. Jamaica is hot. A hot, hot button. And we take you to our local news here in the Bronx. The MTA released its initial findings on what caused the subway outage that lasted for several hours Sunday night. Several passengers were left stranded when 83 trains across 7 lines lost power. Governor Kathy Hochul called the incident unacceptable, a feeling echoed by many of the passengers who got caught in the mess, some climbing out of the cars and into the tunnels. Rich Bears, who was stuck on the 2 train in the Bronx Sunday, says he chose to travel through the tunnels because he couldn't sit in the hot subway car for much longer. After a while, people started arguing and fighting and being claustrophobic, so I took it upon myself to get out of there, Bear says. Multiple people were climbing off the train in the middle of the tunnel and walking on the tracks to get to the next station. We had to walk for about a quarter mile underground. The MTA says service has been restored to the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and L lines, but commuters should still expect delays. According to the MTA, Con Edison experienced a power anomaly around 8:25 p.m. that impacted 7 subway lines. It says backup emergency systems then failed to activate. Additionally, the MTA says an alert system that was supposed to notify subway management of the failures did not work. As a result, the MTA says the managers thought the systems were operating correctly when they were actually only relying on batteries, which are not meant for long-term use. It says the batteries cut at 9:14 p.m., causing the widespread service interruption. A spokesperson from the Riders Alliance says the governor has to address the issues of old infrastructure and extreme weather affecting the transit system. New Yorkers depend on fast, frequent, and reliable subway service. It's not just the MTA here. Con Ed has a part to play, and the governor can really bring the parties together and work on a solution, says Danny Perlstein, the Policy and Communications Director of the Riders Alliance. MTA sources say 2 engineering firms will conduct an independent review and will make the recommendations to try to prevent this in the future. Governor Kathy Hochul says the state is also in talks with Con Edison to get to the root of the problem. Quote, "My message to the riders is this: we are working to find out the full extent of what went wrong, and we will fix it," end quote. Governor Hochul says New Yorkers deserve absolute confidence in a fully functioning subway system, and I promise to do everything in my power to restore that confidence. News 12 reached out to Con Edison and is waiting to hear back. It is now 16 minutes after 6 o'clock. Good afternoon to you. Welcome, everyone. You're just tuning in. It is keeping you in the know with news, happenings, and facts. And my final headline this afternoon. This is Linkage Radio 104.5, 101.7 FM. Out of St. James, Jamaica, 2 men were fatally shot and a female injured when gunmen reportedly invaded an illegal party in St. James Friday night. The police say one of the dead men remained unidentified, but identified the other as 36-year-old businessman Keon Thompson of Boak Hill in the parish. According to the Corporate Communications Unit, the communications arm of the Jamaica Constabulary Force, about 11:20 p.m., a party was in full swing in front of a bar in Boak Hill when gunmen pounced upon a group of revelers and opened fire. After the shooting subsided, 3 people were found suffering from gunshot wounds. They were taken to hospital where Thompson and the unidentified man were pronounced dead and the other individual treated and released. No motive has been established for the deadly attack. This is Inside the Zone with Lady D. Welcome to Keeping You in the Know. Coming up next is Community Life. For those of you who would like to call and to make your comments known about the headlines that I presented, you may dial me at 914-600-4228. That is 914-600-4228. Good afternoon to you. The headline about the hospital situation where patients are on the mattresses. I understand that Jamaica is not a first world country, and so because everything is moving at such a rapid pace, I mean, you have back to back things that are happening, whether it's the weather, whether it's COVID-19, whether it's people who are just sick and have to be hospitalized, but more so because of the COVID-19 issue. Now they do not have enough bed space. And it's very sad. And I've heard people discussing this headline and how can this happen? And from the time we are doing all kinds of appeals and things, and we still have not been able to secure adequate beds for people in hospitals. I guarantee you it's not easy. It is not easy because we have to remember, and for those of you who'd like to call, the telephone number is 914 600 4228. 914 600 4228. You may call and share in the discussion with me this afternoon. Bearing in mind, as we say, there are several other hospitals and countries that are impacted by the COVID 19 virus, this pandemic. And as a result, for hospitals who have found themselves in some very privileged positions where they get donations right throughout the year, there are hospitals that they receive donations, whether it's through nonprofit organizations or individuals who donate. I'm telling you, or if it's a budget issue where they're allocated monies for them to acquire all they need, that they really need, then they're in a good position. But there are other countries that don't find themselves in that situation, and so it's very difficult for them to be able to sustain the crisis in their hospitals. And the numbers have increased in Jamaica. And why is that? Not many people are vaccinated. We know that the vaccine is not the saving grace, but it is certainly a preventative measure. It prevents you, even if you get a touch of the COVID, it prevents you from really finding yourself becoming so sick that you have to be hospitalized, that they have to put you on oxygen and all of that kind of thing. So I'm asking you to be, a little more thoughtful. I take my first call for the afternoon. How are you? Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Yes, in Jamaica, it's apparent that it's a big problem.
Mm-hmm.
Many families, whole families have made the decision not to vaccinate.
Yes.
I know one family like that there there are about 8 people in the family. They're saying they're not going to take the vaccination. I said, oh my God, what happens if one of them get sick?
Mm-hmm.
Could contaminate the whole family.
Of course.
But that is really a big problem there. Really big problem.
Yes. And you know something, I believe that it's almost like when you have a break-in, right? If there's an issue in an area, there's a fracas happening somewhere, and then the police is called, right? The police is your first point of contact. If the situation escalates, then your JDF, let's use our Jamaican peoples, right? Is your next defense mechanism. If when they get there and they require, people get hurt, people stab, people get shot up and all that, then your next recourse is the hospital. So it's like the virus. If we take the vaccine, our bodies are filtered with viruses. So the vaccine is that little person that is there to ward off any kind of escalating situation. That's what it's there for.
Worse. It even gets worse because now there's a problem with oxygen.
Absolutely.
They ran short of oxygen too. Can you imagine that?
And that is very, very unfortunate. But why is that? It's because so many people, and we already understand our healthcare system, it's not at its best.
Yeah, and then the question with the nurses.
Mm-hmm.
They're saying that if the nurses do get sick because of their exposure to the problem, they will not get first priority. Why is the Prime Minister saying that? There's something wrong with it.
I heard that, and I'm wondering if it's a misinterpretation. Because I also, as a follow-up...
He said exactly that, though.
Well, based on what I heard in ensuing discussions, that was not the intention, because even a nurse had called into one of the stations in Jamaica explaining that there is no way she, as a healthcare worker, could go to the hospital and assume
Yeah.
that position of, autonomy. That because I'm a healthcare
Well,
worker, you need to see me now, while other people are there waiting for such long hours. So
well,
I
there are a
don't.
number of hospitals where they have called in sick. There are quite a number of nurses that have called in sick,
And
and a number of the
and that's unfortunate. That's unfortunate
very,
when we take
very,
people literally, but we're still not thinking of the crisis and the roles that we play
yeah.
in our
The
country.
percentage of people who have been vaccinated is very low, and it's because of what I said before, that people are saying they're not taking the vaccine, and they have all kind of funny reasons why they're saying that.
Funny is the operative. Funny is the operative word right there. Funny indeed. Because I tell you, because I have another call holding, but I'll tell you that you know how many people are hospitalized now and are regretting the fact that they did not have the vaccine administered to them. Because until it touches you really, really bad, you don't realize what it can possibly do to you.
People will have to be rational in their thinking. Go take the vaccine.
I
Go
agree
take
with
the vaccine.
you.
It will be of help to you. Please do it.
Thank you so much for calling. All right, let me go to the next caller. Good afternoon. How are you? Welcome to Keeping You in the Know.
Good afternoon, Lady D. How are you?
My dear heart, I am good. My yam lady.
How are you?
It's a good day, yam lady. I'm hearing some sounds in your background.
Hearing sound in the background?
Mm-hmm.
You still hearing the sound?
Do you have your radio on?
Yeah, but it's in the other side of the room.
Yeah, but it's
You
not
want
very
me turn?
low.
Let me turn it down because it seem like it keep going up and down. Hold on.
Okay. I can hear that. 26 minutes after 6 o'clock. Good afternoon, everyone. It is Keeping You in the Know with news, happenings, and facts, and we're discussing the headlines for the afternoon. My guest.
Yes, Lady D.
Welcome
You
back.
hearing it now?
Thank you. It's better.
Okay. It keeps going up. I think you're Mr. Linkage playing tricks on me whenever you're ready. Yes, Lady D. I'm glad you touched this subject here about the vaccine back home because I am very concerned. And when you have family, the deal.
Yes.
But most of the people out there, that's my my little experience and, how I terms it. One fool's make many because you said you're not going to take it and you spread this propaganda thing, and this one in the family do it, they said, oh, I'm not taking it, and the other one, it's true you're telling, because up till Sunday I was with family on the phone with family members, and the mother said to me, she's in her 80s. Well, I'm not going out only when I go to the doctor. I said, let me ask you a question. Don't everyone else in the household going in and out?
Right.
And she said, yes. I said, so what? Not because you're not going out. None of you taking it. You not taking it. Daughter not taking it. Son not taking it. And all the hosts. So what is going on? And they don't realize the ramification, Lady D, because when you go in the hospital, when you have to deal with it, it's a serious thing,
Yes, ma'am. And I
it's a serious thing.
It is. And I saw an X-ray clip that was shown. They show you your lungs, right? How your lungs is supposed to appear normally. And then they showed you a lung that is totally saturated. I mean, the person could not even breathe. All you could hear was, that's it. Nothing they could speak, not a word. I've told people that when I was younger, I was an asthmatic. And when you have full blown asthma like I did before I got healing for it, when it take me, I feel like the inside of me lock. You feel like they took one end here, and just lock you up. So I can understand what that is like, and people are just so, you have the intellectually opinionated, you have those who can't read to save them lives, who just gobble up what they hear, and then you have those who really don't care.
Yeah, that is the problem, because someone said to me up to today, I was talking now. Well, I said, don't the island is locked down. You're supposed to be at home, having a beer or something. I know the person doesn't drink, but he said, well, people have to live. You can't do. I said, no. The 2 day you're supposed to be home, relaxing and enjoying yourself. That's how they look at everything, because they don't go by the protocol. They just, I don't know. And I heard Father Lincoln said something the other 2 Sundays ago. Don't even call me begging nothing if something dead, if family dead, from the COVID. And I agree with him. You understand? Because they don't care.
But can I tell you something, though? Before many of us in this country were vaccinated, it's the same trend that was happening, There were people here who felt that they don't need it. Don't talk to me about no vaccine. And they gave you some nonsense reason. I like to just talk simple. They gave you some hocus pocus something that made no sense as to why they were not going to take it. And it's the same thing. People, I just read, it's an illegal gathering was happening here, so near this bar, and people just come and shoot it up. So even that, right? You're not supposed to, and they were, same thing they were doing here. Why you think we are not so bad, even though our numbers have jumped because, for whatever reason. But it's the same thing. People were locking up into basements and all kinds of places, warehouses, having party when the thing was just ravaging the country. So human beings, we are our own worst enemies. We will continue to do the thing we say don't do. That's what we're going to do anyway. Nobody says the vaccine is a cure.
Sorry to butt in.
Go ahead.
But last but not least, the healthcare system, our healthcare system in Jamaica needs to revamp. It needs to be, and some of the workers, you find it here too, but here you can get justice. You understand? Because you are not above who is above. But out there, they don't care. It's just the money. I don't care. And to me, that is deep, because it could be your mother, your grandmother, your grandfather, who, and that tenderness. When you were growing up, that tenderness. But it's not in the society. Most of in the society, it's not there anymore. It's like they are entitled. No, thank you. No, something like the good morning, good evening. Those things are not in prose, and we're growing the children just the same.
Well, young lady,
and it hurts, Lady D, when going home, going all over, as you know, and seeing and listening and admiring and comparing to the little knowledge that you get here, there, and everywhere. You understand? Because we are in America and we think it's a better road, but we don't see anything yet. We're going to want to go. I'm talking home, to each his home. Home is home for me. Want to go home and cannot, because right now a lot of us over here would love, although it's ramping out there, they would love if they could go home. Go home to who? Go home to what? They never send a cake of soap, a common pin to the family home and see that, encourage them home and tell them, life is not what you think it is and stuff like that. That we don't see it that way. And so I'm so glad sitting here listening to you. Just like when I'm home and listen to Father Linkage, trying to let people know this is a serious thing. We don't take it for granted. We don't wait until it reach to our doorstep. God bless you. I'm going to see you soon.
Yes.
Bye.
Blessings, my young lady. Okay. Thank you, my love.
We'll link, Lady D.
All righty. Thank you.
And my friend there, your church, I can't find her number. Her number gone out my phone.
I will send it to you.
So please tell her, give me a buzz. She will.
All right, I'll send it to you.
All right.
Okay.
Blessed.
Bye-bye. 6:35 p.m. Good afternoon to you. You're just tuning in. It is keeping you in the know with news, happenings, and facts. And of course, we were talking about the hospital situation in Jamaica. People are on mattresses. When I speak of my island home, my country, it's never meant to discredit them at all, because I tell people I've lived in Jamaica longer than some. I've lived in Jamaica for a very long time in my life. So I understand, and it hasn't changed that much since I'm living here, but I understand. Take it from me. Good afternoon. Welcome to Keeping You in the Know.
Good afternoon, my sister. It has been a while. How are you?
My Pat, I saw someone who is related to you on Saturday, and she told me what's going on, and so on. So I remembered you in prayer. Yes.
Okay, all righty. Thank you for your kind words.
Yes.
I'm listening to the topic, the conversation, and to a young lady, and I so agree. But I have come to the conclusion that, the Bible tells us you cannot argue with a fool. A fool is so busy, exhibiting their own conversation, their own opinion. So you have to leave a fool to him or herself. And what is so bad is that they become arrogant with their stupidity too,
Yes.
Now, I know what it's like to have someone infected with the COVID right now, and I never thought it would have hit my backyard because we are logical, prudent thinking people. But I have a sister who just kept procrastinating, and she had the most medical challenges of all, and she kept procrastinating, and now, being in ICU 6 weeks.
My goodness.
My sister been on the ventilator 6 weeks, and she has multiple organ failures.
Oh, Lord.
And the doctor who has been treating her says it's a miracle that this woman is still alive. So he knows we have a prayer answering God through intervention.
Yes.
God is keeping her alive. Yes, he has a special purpose for her. So she has finally been discharged from the ICU hospital to an ICU long-term care rehab. And her two diagnoses right now, she is in COVID fog. COVID fog, I never heard the term before. It's the body's inability to cope with the effect of the COVID-19. And long hauler. She is a long hauler because she has been suffering from all these, organ failures and challenges. She is experiencing, she has a trach. She's still on the ventilator, but they're trying to wean her from the ventilator by proning. That's the term they use. They try to put her on her stomach to see if her diaphragm will expand and she will be able to breathe on her own, which it's not happening. So I had to take a run down to Georgia, and now we're planning to go back down there again. My other three sisters, there's five of us girls. So I see firsthand. Lady D, when I first went down to the hospital, oh, I had to ask God to give me the strength because all I smelled when I came on the unit was death. Death. Oh God, it was a frightening experience, and I don't have to tell people my business, but I just want people to realize that COVID saved lives. We all have taken the vaccine, and for those of us who take the vaccine, it's a slim chance if you do get the COVID that you might not be hospitalized and you won't be in a serious condition as opposed to folks who do not take the vaccine, and then all of your organs will fail, your lungs will fail, because my sister had a sinus problem and she was on medication and the antibiotic didn't seem as if it did justice, and I don't know how she got COVID coupled with that. So the bacteria went down in her lungs, and the rest is history.
Yes.
So it's frightening to see. Go on the ICU unit to visit someone who they're just, in a medical induced coma so that your organs can just relax. Because if the doctors don't, if you stand a very slim chance of leaving an ICU unit on a ventilator, because a ventilator is breathing for you. You're not breathing on your own. And suffice to say, when I hear about these cases in Jamaica, how lackadaisical these folks are, it's more important for them to have parties, go to parties, than to protect their health. And a lot of them have these health challenges. Some have diabetes, they have hypertension, they have all these medical problems, and they just don't care. And I have yet to hear someone asking me for no GoFundMe, because I don't engage in stupidity. I don't have time for this foolishness. I'm here to try to preserve life and to protect life. So, for anyone who wants to hear and to go take the vaccine, that's up to them. I'm not a proponent that I'm here advertising the vaccine. We are in a pandemic, and there is a remedy. There is a remedy to help us. And if we want to be wise and take the remedy, it's up to us. But if we want to be ignorant and arrogant with our foolishness, then so let it be. But I just want to let everybody know, just be safe, take care of yourselves, follow the policies and the procedures, follow the protocols, and just let us live right and do right and protect our neighbor, protect our brother and sister the way we love ourselves. Because if you love yourself, you won't protect yourself.
Absolutely.
And protect our loved ones. We have to do what is right.
Well, I thank you, Pat, for calling in, reinforcing the importance, and for sharing, about your sister. And of course, I remember her when I was told in my prayer. So I'm so happy that you found the courage to
God
call.
God is good. God is answering prayers. We serve a prayer answering God. My sister is 62, and there are young people in their 20s and 30s dying from the COVID.
Yes.
So we don't know. God has a purpose. He has a plan for each and every one of us. So let us not just live frivolously and just for the spur of the moment.
Absolutely.
Life is a gift. Life is precious, and let us enjoy life.
Thank you, Pat. God bless. Thank you.
You're quite welcome, Lady D. And it was a pleasure coming on the program.
Yes, it's so nice to hear you.
We will talk at another time. Have a wonderful evening, everyone.
Yes, thank you. Alrighty, that's Pat, one of our avid listeners here on the show. I'm telling you, until you see it, until you see it, who wants to not be able to breathe? Because for many people, that's where it targets your lungs. A friend of mine, early in March of last year, he contracted it, but it made him weak, 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 and he just kept coughing. He didn't have respiratory issues whereby he couldn't breathe and thing. But man, it was a coughing bout of something that took him for days. He would cough, no, he couldn't help himself, and nothing is coming up. He was just coughing, coughing. So, people, when we're reading the news, or you see the news, or you're watching the news, and you're like, oh my, look what them doing, and the people on mattress, and you are carrying on how the country, this and that. Let me tell you, to run a country is not bammy couscous. To run, if you're having difficulties running your household with one child, 2 children, 5 children, having to move things around, you think government don't have to do the same? No matter how many billions you think they have? Allocation, it's not an easy thing. And many, again, hospitals and centers, healthcare centers and so on, like the healthcare center my organization just adopted in St. Andrew at the Gordontown Health Center. It's organizations like ours and many others that keep the wheel running for many of them, because the money just not enough to to go around. More so now. Well, the show continues. I have 15 minutes to go. Telephone me 914-600-4228, 914-600-4228. Let me hear your thoughts. And when I read the news about the 2 men who were fatally shot, and this took place in St. James, right? They were at a party on Friday night. And it was not a legal party, it was an illegal one. Had they stayed home, as the Prime Minister said, Tana Yoyard, if they had stayed home, all that wouldn't happen. But you're out doing all kinds of things, and so, here gunmen just come up and fire up shot kind of thing. Oh my God, I tell you, we don't listen. We just feel that we're big people and nobody can tell us what to do, and we do what we want, when we want, how we want. And so we're not smart. We're not smart at all. At all. And I just want, people to be more aware. Be aware now. Just be aware. So now, the other one that piqued my interest was that you have thousands of fully vaccinated Jamaicans, 60 years and over, who applied for the conditional cash transfer. But of course, Lord, there is a challenge with that right now, because the program was administered digitally, right? And so some people don't have they don't have no online activity to receive money. So if they can't get their money online, then they're going to have to go through the remittance agencies and so on. So there is that too, because I'm telling you, if you recall, when we were going to be rolling over to this full-blown digital age, and they spoke about Google, and they told you the different kinds of software that would be coming in, and many people who were on their jobs doing at the time, the word processing and so on, did not pay any attention. Those who were working in offices, working on jobs where you had access to computer, you worked with the computer. Many people were not paying attention. They didn't care. They heard it and they say, oh, them implementing XYZ, and they can stay over there with it. And now that it has rolled in fully, and every day technology is advancing, but you are stuck because you were not paying attention. You didn't welcome it. You didn't embrace it. And now you can hardly put in 2 digits on a cell phone. And maybe it's not your fault. Maybe you're just like that. You didn't have any interest. But as the years progress, ladies and gentlemen, I am telling you, sooner or later, that's all you're going to have to do. Right now, to pay your tithe, most churches, you can pay your tithe online. You know, many people in my congregation complain, and so they come and they say, I have the app, but I don't use it because I don't know how. And so you guide them into it patiently, and you show them. But even after you do that, they're not wired that way. The configuration hasn't taken place. So you still have to keep doing it. Or there are some of them who just tell you they don't care. They will still write check. So what do you do? What do you do? So like the healthcare system, if you go to some countries, you would think that they're back in 1970. Jamaica is not one of those. That I can tell you. We're not functioning like we're back in 1960 and 70. But there's still a lot that has not yet been perfected. It's there, the shell is there, right? But it hasn't really come together at all. So I am hoping that, at some point in time, the hospital situation with the mattresses and so on. Oh God, just thinking, when you look at the photograph and you see it, what you gonna do? You can only wish. Don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, the show is brought to you by Cooler Runnings Jamaican Restaurant, 1802 Nereid Avenue in the Bronx.
Come to Cooler Runnings Restaurant, located at 1802 Nereid Avenue, corner of Wickham Avenue in the Bronx. We specialize in the best Jamaican and American cuisine, serving breakfast, lunch, and dinner. We are open 24 hours, 7 days a week. We offer free in-house delivery, minimum $20 purchase, and we also have Uber Eats. We do barbecue Thursdays, fish fry Fridays, and seafood Saturdays. For more information, give us a call for our address and menu, 718-324-7484. Once again, that's 718-324-7484. Cooler Runnings Restaurant, simply the best Jamaican food.
At Universal Document Solution Inc., we are the best in resolving your passport, birth certificate, and driver's license needs. But that's not all we have to offer. Our services also include marriage certificates, late entry of name, late registration, deed poll, preparing immigration forms, notary public services, and other specialized documents designed to meet your needs. UDS is at 4225 Monticello Avenue, Bronx, New York, 10466. Our friendly and courteous staff is ready and waiting. So pick up the phone. Don't delay. Call us at 914-384-4903 or 914-361-9466. Also visit our website at www.udssolution.com or email expow473@gmail.com. Universal Document Solution Inc. No hassle. We do it all for you.
Welcome back. What time is it? 6:53 p.m. I got 7 minutes to go. Yeah, got 7 minutes to go. Hey, everybody. Welcome back. Of course, this is Inside the Zone with Lady D, the community platform where information is guaranteed. And my feature today is the Monday Drive, keeping you in the know in the city, you walk, drive, and reside. I do apologize. I'm just here doing something. So, hello to you, and you. And I want to thank my callers who called in this afternoon to join in the discussion. And it tells me that Jamaican nationals are really concerned about their country, and you want better, and you need to see things improve. And many of you have been giving back over the years. You send barrel, you send boxes, you send money, some of us included, right? It's an ongoing cycle. A cycle, though you grapple about it from time to time, it's not a cycle that you really need to discontinue. You know what I mean? You don't just cut off people. You might just need them at some point. But we have seen the progress in our home, and we know there's more that can be done. So again, it is my 5th Monday swag. Ask me where I come up with that one. It's my 5th Monday swag, and so I got some music for you. One of those selections that you just ride out. Ride out the next 5 minutes with me.
Marvin, he was a friend of mine, and he could sing a song. His heart in every line. Marvin sang of the joy and pain. He opened up our mind, and I still can hear him say, oh, talk to me, so you can't see what's going on. Say you will sing your songs forevermore, evermore. Gonna be some sweet sounds coming down on the night shift. I bet you're singing proud. Oh, I bet you'll pull a crowd. Gonna be a long night. It's gonna be alright on the night shift. You found another home. I know you're not alone on the night shift. Oh, you found another home. I know you're not alone on the night shift. Jackie, hear what you're doing now. It seems like yesterday when we were working out. Jackie, oh, you set the world on fire. You came and gifted us. Your love, it lifted us higher and higher. Keep it up, and we'll be there at your side. Oh, say you will sing your songs forevermore, evermore, evermore. Gonna be some sweet sounds coming down the night shift. I bet you're singing proud. Oh, I bet you pull a crowd. Gonna be a long night.
Yeah, I'm swagging my way out of here.
You found another.
6:58 p.m. Thank you so much for joining me this afternoon for the Monday Drive. Brought to you by Cooler Runnings Jamaican Restaurant, 1802 Narita Avenue in the Bronx. And Universal Document Solution Inc., 4225 Monticello Avenue in the Bronx. It has been a good afternoon in my fifth Monday swag. Enjoy your Monday, everyone. God willing, I'll be back on Thursday to do it all over again for you with Center Stage, the platform where voices are heard and people connect. A lot of love, a lot of blessing. Do you know where your children are? As always, love yourselves, love your children, and remember in everything you do, it is the will of God concerning your life. Blessings, everyone.
He was a friend of mine, and he could sing a song.
Radio station number one radio station.
They play the best music.
Number one. Best music for your listening pleasure.
I don't know Junex I represent for Linkage Radio 104.5 FM. A deaf